Welcome to the class, students. Today in this class let us discuss some limitations of statistics. What are the limitations or disadvantages of statistics that we are going to discuss in this class. Okay, limitations of statistics. Limitations of statistics. Some important limitations of statistics are this. First one is it does not deal with individuals. This is very important. It does not deals with individual. It does not deals with individuals. Yes. Statistical data should be in a group. Okay, single value cannot give any conclusion or an interpretation, so that we will not use any single value as statistics, and it will it will not give any conclusion for the individual values. For example, if you say only the height of a student, if you consider only height of one student, a single student, we cannot give a clear picture about that. Instead of that, if you take group of students, we can compare the two groups so that we can give the interpretation. So this it does not deal with the individual. Single value cannot give the good interpretation. So statistics deals with aggregate of facts and not with individuals. It should be full of things, full of information. Single value cannot give any clear good interpretation. Individual do not constitute statistical data. That is very important. Single value, it will not say that any statistical data, and whatever the, if we consider a single statement or a single value or a single number or quantity, that will not give any predictions, so we will not consider that as a data. Next, second one, it does not deal with qualitative data. It does not deal with qualitative data. It does not deal with qualitative data. Yes, qualitative data is nothing but which the data or the thing we cannot measure in numbers. We cannot measure that numerically or in numbers. That type of data we call it as qualitative data. For example, beauty, intelligence, characters, melody, complexion, taste, blindness. So these are some examples for quality. Okay, we can say that a person is a blind, but we cannot measure how much he is blind. We cannot measure that, but we can compare that. We can compare with another one how much he is blind, but we cannot measure that. For example, intelligence also. We can say that he is more intelligent than other, but we cannot measure that intelligence. Okay, such type of data are called it as qualitative data. We cannot compare, or this statistics will not deal with such type of data. Statistics is a collection of numerical facts, and the tools of statistics can be applied only for quantitative measurements. We already come across the analysis of univariate data. In that we can compare the values with two groups. Okay, but single value we will not consider it as a statistics. Applied only for quantitative measurements. If it is not possible to use these tools for qualitative characteristics. Qualitative characteristics, already we know that beauty, blindness, intelligence, our melody, complexion, whatever it may be. these things cannot be measured numerically, which can be compared but cannot be measured numerically. Therefore, in the study of such attributes, statistical methods are not of much use. To see or give the interpretation for such qualitative data, the statistics are not as much as useful compared to quantitative data. Third one is statistical laws are true only on an average. Statistical laws are true only on an average. Only on an average. Yes, actually natural science are the exact sense that their results are universally true. For example, I will give if for a particular road, if we say that on an average number of accidents in that road 4 per week. That means in a particular week, or on an average in a week, for every week 4 accidents will occur in particular road. It means that it can be happened in any one of the day throughout the week, any day throughout the week. It can be on Monday, Tuesday or Sunday, Thursday, Friday, whatever it may be. On which day we cannot give the exact day. In particular day we are having such and such accidents. We cannot give such type of information, but we can give the information on an average. But in natural science we can exactly give the clear picture. On this day only this will happen. That we can give the clear picture. But on an average, if we give the conclusion, it can be on any day of the week, or any day on the month, any day of the week. Or for example, on an average he will score 70. For example, we don't know that for in which subject he will score how many marks, that we don't know. But on an average he will score 70. Overall he will get 70% in his annual examination. But we cannot say particular subject wise, we cannot say that. So this type of statistical laws are true only on an average. On an average we can give the conclusion, but not for a particular date or a day. Next one, only experts can make the best possible use of statistics. Only experts can make the best possible use of statistics. Yes, those who know about the subject and the subject knowledge, they can give the clear picture and usage of the data, and how to categorize, how to bifurcate the data, and which type of data we can use for our predictions, and which type of survey if we should conduct to get a good prediction, what should be the method of data collection, what should be the questionnaire, how it should be formed, what are the content of the questionnaires. These things are very, very useful for our data collection and the interpretation, analysis, whatever we are doing. For that it is very, very important. Common people cannot do that. Only those who know the subject, those who are having a good knowledge about the subject, experts, those who know about the subject, then they can conduct the clear survey and they will give the clear picture about the data. And for surveys also, and for analysis, for tabulation, whatever it may be, if they know the subject and purpose of the survey, then only they will give the clear picture about the data. So only experts can use this for their best possible uses. Okay. Next one. For statistical analysis, uniformity and homogeneity of the data is essential. For statistical analysis, uniformity and homogeneity. Uniformity and homogeneity. Uniformity and homogeneity. Uniformity and homogeneity of data is essential. Yes. For our analysis, uniformity and homogeneity. First, I will say what do you mean by uniformity. Essentially, the data must be uniform and homogeneous. Uniform means it should be in a correct way. Okay, it should be in a correct manner. Or homogeneity means we should have, if we should take the data of the same characters of different groups. We should take the data of same characters with different groups. For example, the height of the men. So height of the men, if you want to measure, means we have to take two categories. Whether it, for example, we will consider the height of the person of locality A with height of the persons or men, especially men, with a locality B. These two we can compare easily. Instead of that, if we are comparing the height of the men with height of the trees, it is both are having different characters. So that type of data are called it as heterogeneous data, that we will not take it for our consideration or the comparison part. So whatever the data we are taking, it should be uniform and it should have a same characteristics, that is homogeneous. Homogeneity and uniformity is very, very important. If it is from different locality or different place, it is okay, but it should be in the same characters. Then only for height of the men, marks scored by the students. Marks scored by the students also, it should be bifurcated as school level, PU level, degree level and post-graduation, graduation level, post-graduation level, like that we can bifurcate. Okay, those who will perform in SLC, they cannot perform in PU also. Those who will not perform in SLC, they will score more in PUC. So these type of comparisons will be there. So uniformity and homogeneity, it should be essential. If the homogeneity is not there, we cannot predict the data, we cannot give the correct conclusion or prediction about the data or the surveys whatever we are taken. Okay, these are the 5 limitations of statistics, and these are very, very important, because in examination they will ask for explanations also. For 1 marks, 5 marks and 2 marks. In all the 3 categories they may ask this question. If it is for 1 marks, you have to write any one of the point. If it is for 2 marks, you have to write any 2. If it is 5 marks, you have to write all the points, so that you will score a very good marks. And explanation, sometimes they will ask for the explanation and sometimes they will not ask for the explanation, but these points are very, very important. Okay, for exam point of view, this is one of the important concept in your first chapter. Please go through this one. Okay, thank you.